host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the corn, beans, and wheat courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. The grain market traded both sides of Friday's closes yesterday, with corn closing up 3, beans up 9, KC wheat up 2. The markets are still generally worried about inflation, interest rates, and the recession. The Ukrainian situation could get a lot worse at any point and could be friendly to the market, as it would likely end export shipments from the Ukraine. Midwest harvest should progress rapidly, as the forecasts are still for mostly warm and dry weather for at least the next couple of weeks. USDA reported yesterday afternoon that the U.S. corn crop is now 20% harvested, up from the 12% last week and 2% behind the 5-year average. U.S. beans 22% harvested, up 8 from last week, 3 behind the 5-year average. Crude oil was up sharply over $3 by the barrel to 81 by the barrel on talk that OPEC is considering production cuts. The Dow is currently up over 700 points, on pace for its best day since November 2022. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM is open for Milo trucks 8 to 2:45. Cargill open through Wednesday 7 to 3. For help marketing your grains, 361-852-5207. John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat movement from yesterday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value, 234 higher in the afternoon. The bellies bounced 1462 to 126.83 in the afternoon. The fresh bacon index from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, 163.67 after a $17.17 drop. Estimated hog slaughter, 472,000 head for Monday. That is down from the 484 head last week, but about 13,000 head more than the same week last year. As we look toward the beef side of the equation, neighbor, we see a bounced back. Wholesale box beef higher, choice up 219 at 245.94. The select box was 118 higher. Estimated federal slaughter for cattle, 127,000 head. That's up 2,000 week to week and 7,000 head compared to last year. USDA called the bulk of the southern cash trade last week 143. The northern trade's 144 to 145. Looks like USDA cited good demand at Oklahoma City. Feeder cattle 9.2 thousand head sold, up from the 6.8 last week and the 6.2 during the same week last year. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for Monday. We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the Mason sale turn out?
You bet, Larry. We ended up right at 717 head of cattle today. Overall, the market continued to open this week. Probably softer tone on everything as a whole, mainly due to the health issues they're getting on these calves, these cool nights and warm days, and also just the lack of the wheat grazing out in front of us. We need a rain really bad throughout all of Texas and Oklahoma both to get that cheaper cost of gain on these cattle instead of them all having to go to the feed yard. I think that's really affecting this thing, is finding homes for them and everything else. I thought over the day, the stock steers probably sold $10 to $15 lower. I thought the heifers probably sold $10 to $12 lower on the stocker end. Getting the bigger cattle, I thought they probably sold on the feeder steers $10 to $12 lower, and the heifers were probably 8 to 10 lower. Packer cows were probably a total of $5 to $6 lower, and bulls were sold right at $2 lower. Pairs of bred cows, what we did have overall, sold on steady. So overall, softer tone, Larry.
How are we looking for Thursday's sale?
Looking for a good run. We've got about 1,300 we know already coming. Like several good groups of cattle that already weaned and everything ready to go, and a few bigger cattle that'll be there. So I look for around that probably 2,000 head, give or take some, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Also, some of our earlier openers for this Thursday, you can catch them on our website at jordan.cattle.com, Larry.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite. It's about 7:32 Monday evening, looking towards sheep and goats on Tuesday. Sean, what's coming down the alleyway?
Well, it looks like we'll get a good run. We've got close to 3 on the yards now, so sure, thinking we might get close to that 4, might get over it. Got some bigger bunches of lambs and some ewes. Quite a few kids, and then there's a lot of bunches of 100 to 125 head that look like they'll shape up good. So stock looks good. And heading into a good Tuesday, it looks like.
Good. What's Wednesday going to be like for the cattle sale in Fredericksburg?
Still thinking we'll get somewhere around 8 to 1,000. That's what we're hoping for. So don't know a whole lot. One customer's going to bring 50 light calves. That's about all I know of.
All right.
As far as bigger bunches, but there has been some people say they were kind of, getting them off the cows, and it's turning off dry again. So I guess if the cows are sucking down, they sure ought to get them off and get them in there and mend their cows back up before it does get cold and freeze.
All right, get them in there to Fredericksburg. Sean and Wayne will help you sell them. Sheep and goats Tuesday, cattle Wednesday. Sean Geiswhite, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you after the sale.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. We're preparing for a sheep and goat sale for Tuesday. What's it looking like tonight?
Got about 150 here on the yard this evening. Kind of looking for around that 500, 600 head range. Tomorrow, a little lighter run this week. Looking for a pretty steady market, what we had last week. So be a good market to sell if somebody's got a few.
Good. How about if they got a few cattle for Thursday?
We got a few sets of calves coming in. They're going to get worked on Wednesday there. Should be some pretty good sets of them coming, and should have a pretty good market there. Not much change in there. It might be a tick stronger in a few places. So looking for a good run on Thursday.
Klein Spear, they sell sheep and goats Tuesday, cattle Thursday. Klein, let us know how to get a hold of you, please.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Son, we'll talk to you after the sale. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. It's about 20 to 8 on Monday. What's Tuesday going to be like, Jim?
475 in so far. About 125 cows. Not many to palpate. Looks like we're going to palpate 25 or 30 of those in the morning. A couple of older pairs. Quality of calves is good. Should end up with around 5.5 by sale time and probably around 150 cows.
At Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. Jim Wheeler, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate it, and I'll talk to you after the sale. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, this portion of today's program is brought to you by PMI Jourdanton. Call 830-769-1234. That's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again at PMI Jourdanton, 830-769-1234. We're on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock. Seth, how'd the sale turn out?
Pretty good run. Ended up with a little over 400 head, 421 head of cattle. As far as the cow run, had about 60 cows. Packer cows were cheaper this week, 32 up to 57 or 8 on your lower yielding type cows, 65 up into the mid 70s on those higher yielding cows. A little bit cheaper on those cows this week, 41 to $1.06 on our bulls. Had one pair at 13 1350, and bred cows from 675 to 1080. Calf and yearling market look like the light calves are struggling a little bit. Sure dry everywhere. I thought these little heifers, probably taking the biggest hit. Getting into the bigger cattle, they continue to sell very well. However, just a tad cheaper this week, I thought. But overall, front end number one on the bigger cattle continue to get along well. Planter cattle just really hard to move. Your 2 to 4 weight steers anywhere from $1.45 up to $1.86. 2 to 4 weight heifers anywhere from $1.25 up to $1.49. Getting into 5 to 6 weight steers $1.42 to $1.66. 5 to 6 weight heifers $1.32 to $1.53. Your 6 to 7 weight steers $1.25 to $1.52. 6 to 7 weight heifers $1.25 to $1.46. Your 7 to 8 weight steers $1.18 to $1.42, and 7 to 8 weight heifers $1.05 to $1.24. Looking forward to next week. It's the special stocker feeder sale that's coming up next Monday, the 10th. If anybody needs anything, feel free to holler at us, 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Announcing the Central Texas All-Breed Bull and Female Sale coming up in J.B. Wells Park in Gonzales. Here's a schedule of events. Thursday, October the 20th, 2022, from 4 to 7, you can view the cattle. Friday, October the 21st, 2022, 11 a.m., the sale begins. Lunch will be served during the sale. 60 range-ready performance bulls, 250-plus top-quality females and pairs. For more information, Bill Hyman, 830-857-3500, or Cooper Little, 210-843-7295. And, neighbor, a quick reminder, they still are taking consignments. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how was our Monday sale?
It went good, Larry. Definitely had a softer tone to it today, but had some really good calves, so it didn't show too bad, but ended up with 1,530 head today. Packer cows, probably 4 to 6 lower than what they were last week. Calves and yearlings, the better quality, probably 4 to 8 lower, and some of the crossbred, lesser quality, 6 to 10 lower. But still a good market. Had a few pairs they brought from 9.25 up to 16.25. The bred cows from 7.50 to 11.25. Packer cows, your high yielding cows 72 to 76. Breakers 68 to 74, and the canters 28 to 52. High yielding Packer bulls 90 to 96. Low to medium yielding 68 to 90. 2 to 3 weight choice steers 170 to 194. Heifer mates 152 to 168. 3 to 4 weight choice steers 168 to 192. Heifer mates 152 to 166. 4 to 5 weight choice steers 162 to 184. Heifer mates 146 to 164. 5 to 6 weight choice steers 162 to 180. Heifer mates 142 to 156. 6 to 7 weight choice steers 140 to 156. Heifer mates 138 to 150. And the 7 to 8 weight cattle, your choice steers 136 to 148, and the heifer mates 128 to 142. So like I said, it definitely had a softer tone to it. Few people a few orders were out. Just good old October, it usually falls off a little bit, the thickness and volume of the country. So everybody needs a good rain. I think that would help matters, but still a good market, just a little cheaper than what it has been.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the next sale there at Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers, Riley.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office webpage, liveoaklivestock.com. And Larry, we are having a wean calf sale on Monday, October the 24th. So do have some room in it. If anybody has any wean calves that they want to consign to that sale, it'll be Monday the 24th.
Riley, thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. Milo through Corpus in October, D's plus 90, 1376. Houston, 1376. Progresso, D's plus $1, 1394. Yellow corn to Corpus in October, D's plus 180, 860 3/4. We'll call Progresso D's plus $2, 880 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in October, D's plus 120, 1108 3/4. And Houston beans, October delivery, November less 15, 1359. Texas cotton, 83.95 to 84.70, but no bales sold. That would have made that average about 84.33. Neighbor, we are the Best Darn Farm Show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas, all because you're the Best Darn Farm Show listener in that same area. I'm Larry Marble. We appreciate you listening to Down on the Farm. Do so at downonthefarmradio.com or on our 14 affiliate stations. Good day.